My name's Nick, I'm 17 years old, and this is my story. It was a dark Halloween night and I was home alone. My parents went off to a Halloween party and I decided not to go with them as I'm fairly shy and wanted to have a night alone to myself and pass out some candy to some trick-or-treaters who come by. It was about 10:30 p.m. and I was sitting in my living room playing some Call of Duty with my friends online when I heard a knock at the door. I assumed it was some late night trick-or-treaters and I didn't worry about it, seeming how we ran out of candy to hand out anyways. I kept playing, and then the knocking eventually grew louder. From a knock to a pounding on the door. I told my friends I'd be right back, muted my microphone, and I approached the door, looked through the peephole before opening it, and there's no one there. I kinda mumbled to myself, "Kids," and went back to the living room. And just at this moment, I heard my back fence start to creak open. My heart rate increased, and I was wondering who was sneaking into my yard. Maybe some kids were just trying to pull a prank on me, but I was not having it. I shut off my TV and went to the back door. I pulled up the window curtain just a little bit to see who was back there. Now this was the scary part. A tall man was standing in my backyard, seeming to be holding a knife. My heart quickly dropped. Fear shocked my body, and my legs began to tremble and shake. I quickly put the curtain down. Made sure the door was locked, grabbed my cell phone, and I bolted up the stairs to my bedroom. Closing the door behind me, locking it, and I began to dial 911. The operator said they'll be there soon, and at this moment I heard a loud crash from the back door window. The creaky door slowly opened as the intruder helped himself inside of my house. At this point I thought I was going to have a heart attack or at least faint. I tried calming myself down, reassuring myself that the police would be here any moment, but then I heard this man's footsteps running upstairs. My bedroom door was right at the top of the staircase, meaning that this man was right outside my door. Thoughts of my life flashed before me. I knew this would be the end. Huddled in my corner, I listened in silence to see if I could hear the man. I looked down at the small crack at the bottom of my door. To see the man's feet standing on the other side, I almost screamed, but I resisted. Finally, through the sound of my pounding heart, the police sirens drew near in the distance. The man's footsteps bolted down the stairs and I could no longer hear him. I got up, unlocked my door, and slowly cracked the door open and peeked downstairs to see the police outside. I made a run for the door to let them in, and they began searching my house. They searched every room and they could not seem to find this intruder. I called my parents to alert them on what happened, and they rushed home immediately. To this day, we haven't found the intruder, and I still have trouble sleeping at night, remembering his terrifying stance as he stared at me, inches away in my backyard.